With that being said, let's jump in. So I feel like most of these ultimates, if it's gonna be like similar like this, it's gonna be really highly rated, because I don't know how I should genuinely rate the character ultimates, because should I cover the intro only, like that mini animation, or like the overall? I guess I'm gonna go for like overall, right? So this looks really dope. And this like, boom. Man, I'm gonna go for 4, like this is a solid 4. It looks really nice. Like, this is solid 4 again. I don't know what I'm gonna be doing here. Well, anyway, like I said, I think it's gonna be kinda difficult to judge. I also feel it's a little bit unfair that I am watching it with like Japanese voiceover, because for some reason it adds a little bit more like, you know, good experience to the ultimate overall. I'm gonna go for 4. Okay, this was really nice, but if I would say this is 4, I would kinda disrespect the previous 3. There was like something a little bit more, I don't know, I would say memorable, so I would go like for 3.7. Okay, this is gonna be like 2. Just didn't see like that much. Okay, I think this is gonna be like 3. Maybe like 3.3, let's say, because comparing to Jinshi, I feel like she got a little bit more work on the animation, but like overall, it's been really nice. Yeah, like there is something like when you see the dragon, maybe also that like sound design, like howling. Well, really nice. Okay, looks kind of nice and silly at the same time. Let me actually think. So, like, just seeing her like cuteness and stuff, I would go. It's like 2.5. I like the impact at the very end, but I'm gonna go for like 3. I feel like I might gonna be a little bit biased to a certain animation, because when I see the ult, like I want to feel the power, you know what I mean? So if I see some character who is, you know, a little bit like crazy, maybe having a little bit like half orgasm, the kind of thing, it just doesn't rhyme with me as much. Oh, that scissors looks really nice. Also, seeing this, let me see it one more time. That's crazy. Like, seeing Fibonacci in Wuthering Waves wasn't on my bingo list. And like, there is so much going on that I cannot focus on the main thing. I would say like this was like almost 4. I'm gonna go for like 3.9. It was really good. It kind of makes you want to learn the math, you know what I mean? Oh. This is a big mommy energy. Five. No. Hear me out. Okay, let me see it one more time. Yeah, that's a huge impact. See, like you can feel the power. That power is huge. 4.5. Okay, I'm not fan of the feat, to be honest. So, well, okay, never mind. I'm gonna say like seeing her eyes. That's another aura. 3.7. That was actually really dope. Okay, I like the impact like at the very end, so I'm gonna go for like, I think that's a solid 3. Oh boy, this is gonna be huge. Holy hell. 4.5. Am I actually crazy? Like, when I'm seeing... Okay, we're not even like halfway there, right? But seeing most of these characters, they having like such an amazing animation. It's actually kind of surprising. Like, me judging the character, I feel like most of them would be like on average like solid 4. This is solid 2. Okay, this is kind of style, but I would also go for like 2. Okay, like I thought there's gonna be a little bit more impact, but overall I really like this dude's aura. I'm gonna go for 4. I might be a little bit biased here, but that looks dope. I mean, looks nice. 3. That's a solid 3. This is gonna be solid 1. I might be a little bit biased here because this is the most useless character in my roster. I've literally never used it. Actually, I've used it a few times, and since then I've never used it. Also, I lost a couple of hard PD 50-50, and I got this dude, so I might be a little bit biased when it comes to his ultimates. But I feel like I would be like too biased if I put, if I give him like score 1. That like Tai, you could almost see some kind of power, so I'm gonna go Tai, so yeah, 2. 1 point for 1 Tai. This looks way nicer. 3. 4, easy 4. Just look at that crazy eyes. And also, like I mentioned a couple times, like when you see, some black fire or red orange with the black, you can see like that ominous energy, ominous power, so that immediately like raises the score. No, I would say that's a solid 2. It would be too disrespectful to put her in the 1 when I put the Ling Yang in the 2. I'm gonna go for 2 again. It was nice, but not for 3. This is gonna be number 2 again. Number 3. Okay, 3.3 because she did 2 ultimates. This looks really nice, especially like seeing that like invincible glass window, that break and that effect. It just looks really nice. 3.6. Oh, that's a hot gun. I mean, it's gonna be really difficult to maybe put the 4-star character a little bit higher because they don't have like too much polished animation, which is like completely understandable. So I'm gonna go for 2. Actually, this looks kinda interesting. 2.8. I kinda don't want to disrespect the shortkeeper too much, so This is solid 3. 5. I feel like this is disrespectful to put this guy into the video because he gonna... This dude is literally epitome of aura farming. I mean, the ultimate overall, it doesn't feel as good as like rest of it. So if I just solely judging the animation of the ultimate, I would go for like 3. But then the rest of it is... It's literally peak. Okay, this looks... Guys, wish me luck. Soon, I'm gonna try to pull for this character. 4. I think that this is easy for, like, the amount of the work has been put into this animation. I think it's a solid 4. That like glazing eye is really nice. Also that kind of slash. So it's not gonna be like 2 comparing to the previous Spectra and Havoc Rover. So 2.5, 2.7 I would say. Yeah, that seems to be understandable, at least to me. I don't know, you might crazy, but I feel like 2. 2.2. I'm not sure if I'm gonna upset some people, but hey, like, I saw some flour on the floor, so there's like 0.2 points. I really like this impact. Let me see it one more time. No. Boom! Yeah. Captain Sparrow. 3.7. I feel like for the 4, it would need a little bit more. This is really difficult. Am I crazy if I'm gonna say 4? Especially, like, I kinda want to go for 4, especially because this is a 4-star character. Because the fact that this dude is 4-star and having such an amazing animation, I should like naturally raise the score a little bit. Also the dragon like vaporizing. Yeah, I'm gonna go for 4. This is also like really dope. 3.5. It was a nice sound. The balls must hurt. 3.3. There was something missing, but I cannot tell yet. This is kind of like cool and silly, especially like that ending. But I feel like it's a solid 4. This is a unquestionable and well-deserved 4. That's a really amazing animation. Let me actually see it one more time. This is also some kind of like aura farming, to be honest. Okay. Maybe it's also when I was saying that when you see the fire and like red black color, maybe also like electric types has something in it, because I feel like this is one of the best ultimate that I've seen when it comes to Wuwa. Especially the fact like this is one of the first character. I kind of want to go for like 4.3. It looks amazing. Yeah. Oh, damn. Guys, hear me out. Like, if she wouldn't pull the tongue out, that would be like easy too, but now I have to go for 6. No, just kidding. I'm gonna go for 4. It's pretty decent animation. I like the impact. Yeah, I'm gonna go for 4 again. Yeah. Well, if I sum this up, it feels like most of the characters is basically rated like 4 out of 5, which is like the fact we having 42 characters that we've react to. It's kind of crazy like how high at least I feel like I rated high, and I still felt a little bit the score lower because I feel like I cannot do the 5-star to anyone because they would be like, hey, the animation is perfect and it cannot be polished more. So I'm kind of having a perfectionist mindset when it comes to this one. But overall, I'm gonna say this game having a pretty well consistent great animation as well as the fighting style. It feels like when you have the character, every character you play, you fight basically feels different, and I think that's like one of the most amazing thing you can have in a game. Some other games, no matter the character you pull, low-key feels like you playing the same. If you know, you know, but let me know what do you think about this one. Matter of fact, if you want, just let me know your top 3 character ultimates and maybe what would you like to see next time. So have a lovely day, take care.